Hey everybody, my name's Tom, and I am a sleazy buy here, pay here car dealer right outside of Dallas, Texas. I know what people think about my industry, and I'm going to give you the truth right now, whether you want to hear it or not. Alright, so we all know what the buy here, pay here car industry is, and there's a lot of stereotypes that are associated with it. Let me just run through some of them. The cars cost too much money. The cars have too many miles. Those dealers sell those cars 5 times before somebody actually can pay it off. They always call me to collect if I'm a little bit late. They'll repo your car if you're a day late. And don't forget that the interest is super high. Let's talk about some of these here. You might not like what I tell you, but the facts are the facts. Let's start with the cars cost too much money. So, first things first, why are you at the buy here, pay here dealer? Now, maybe nobody's told you this, but you're here because you have burned every other bridge and avenue available to you. Now, I'm not upset about it, and you shouldn't be either. Whatever it is, you did it. You've got a bad credit score, you didn't pay a bill. You've got a mama that won't co-sign for you, you have burned her. And because of those choices, whether your fault or not, but because of those choices, you've got a bad credit score. And what is a credit score? A credit score is an indication of risk. And buy here, pay here dealers are at the highest risk. Why? Because the people that are there have screwed everyone else in their life. That is just a fact. So, let's start with the cars cost too much money. Why do the cars cost more money? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, you're at a dealer, so the cost is a little higher. Two, he's going to wait until you complete your contract to get all of his money. So you are paying for the luxury of time. So that's two. Three, there is inherent risk involved that you might not pay. And unfortunately, that cost, that risk, has to be built into the price of the car. And fourth, if you're at a buy here, pay here dealer that is also looking to sell his notes and perhaps maybe your credit is not absolute trash, it's just poor, then that dealer might want to sell that note to a finance company. And those finance companies, while they take the risk and the dealer loses the risk, typically they take a good 10 or 20% of the loan value right off the top. And if you default on your first or second payment, that dealer has to make that note whole. So he's planning either through the buy here, pay here process or the sell the note later process that he could lose some capital right off the top. Those are some of the things that dealers have to consider when pricing vehicles. Another comment I hear about my industry, the buy here, pay here car dealer, is they sell those cars 4 or 5 times and people are mad about that. You know who should be the maddest about that? Me, the buy here, pay here dealer. Do you have any idea why I sell a car sometimes 2 or 3 times? And by the way, I've never had a car sell 4 or 5 times. I've sold a car twice. One time, I think, I sold a car 3 times. But generally, I don't have repos, and I'll get to that later. But anyway, that expression that they sell those 4 or 5 times and people want to make it sound like it's the dealer's fault. Do you know why we sell a car more than once? Let me tell you why. So say the dealer sold that car 4 times. You know why? I'll tell you. 3 people didn't pay it off. That's the bottom line. We do not want to go repossess cars, clean them up, hold on to your personal crap, and then relist them after fixing whatever you haven't fixed while you owned it. We would much rather do one deal, sell the car one time, and move on. So if you think about these dealers that sell these cars multiple times, the only reason is because multiple customers did not follow their commitment. And you know what else the buy here, pay here dealers do? They call you all the time. 2 and 3 times a day they call you. Do you know why? I'll tell you why. Because you haven't made your payment. We don't want to spend the day going through our customer list calling late customers. But that's what we have to do, because we understand the squeaky wheel gets the grease and we have to squeak. The bottom line is we're small businesses and we need our money just like you do. You wouldn't work without your paycheck, would you? Well, we put that car out on payments. You made a commitment to pay for that car, and now you're not keeping your commitment. So yes, we're going to call you to the extent the law allows so that you'll come in and make your payment, or you'll go online and make your payment. Again, all the car dealer wants is you to make your payment. Now, let's talk about the vehicles themselves. A common complaint is those cars have too many miles. They're not going to last. They're ready to fall apart. Again, the dealer has to work with what he's dealt. Okay, we know about what customers can afford. We know about what they can put down on a car. And we have a certain level of comfort that goes into how long will this person be able to make payments? Is the car going to last past the contract? Absolutely we want it to. Because what happens when the car doesn't last? The customer stops paying for it and we have to go pick it up. So what you find at buy here, pay here lots, and this is just a fact, is older cars that have a lot of miles on them. If you want a new car, go buy a new car. Oh wait, you can't. You've burned your bridges. Your credit sucks. If you want a warranty on a used car, go to CarMax. Oh wait, you can't. You've burned your bridges. Now, I'm not here to dog you out about having crap credit and making poor decisions. Hell, I've done it myself a few times. Ask my wife. Sometimes my credit's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good. So these things happen, and life happens. I totally get it. But you have to understand that the snapshot that these car people see is not pleasant, okay? If you had the credit, you would be somewhere else. And that credit, bad credit, shows us a history of you not being able to pay your bills. And that puts us, the buy here, pay here dealer, at risk. Hey, thanks for watching my video. I wanted to take a second and ask you to give me a like and a subscribe. By nature, a lot of my videos are something where you go to them, just need some information, and then you're on your way. However, I got tons and tons of views, and only like 3% of the people that watch my videos are subscribed. So if you're looking for cars, I post my cars when we get them available on YouTube with a walk around video. If you have title questions, I have all kinds of title information on my channel as well. So if you hit that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to leave me a comment. If you want to be made aware of my new videos, you hit that notification in the bottom of your screen. It'll send you a message when we post something. Maybe if you're looking for a new car, used car of course, you'll hit that notification then. And every time a video comes up, there it is. You'll be aware. If you're just here hunting down title information, a subscribe is greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching. Now we'll get back to the rest of my video. You know how lenient that car dealer is? If you're 1 day late, he's going to repossess your car, and that ain't right. 1 day late, and he's going to repossess your car. Well, my first question is, what did your contract say? Does it say there's no grace period? If you're in Texas, it does. Did the dealer probably tell you when he was closing the deal with you, if you have a problem, let me know? Did you call him and tell him something was up? Probably not. Now, the reality in my business is We're not going to go pick up a car when it's 1 day late. That's just bad business. But if you duck our calls, send us to voicemail, don't get in touch with us, what do you expect us to do? Because I can tell you that history has shown me personally, when somebody stops taking my call, they're going to stop paying. So if you want to keep your car, communicate with the dealer, make your payment. There's a theme here, guys, and that theme is all the car dealer wants is for you to make your payment on time. That is all he's after. You know what else is terrible about the buy here, pay here car dealer? We charge high interest. They just rape you on interest. I can't believe they want 20% interest. I can't believe they want 30% interest on that car. I just can't believe it. Guys, do you know why we charge high interest? Do you know why the interest is so crazy high that it's going to make it hard for you to succeed? I'm going to tell you the truth. And it goes back to the first part of this video. You have burned everybody you know. You have burned your mama who won't co-sign. You have burned your Uncle Henry who's already given you a car to drive when you were down on your luck and you bent him over. What that means is you are a risk. And through good fortune, bad fortune, poor choices, events out of your control, your credit report shows that you are a risk. And because you're a risk, you're not at a dealer with conventional bank financing. Now, I'm not trying to be a jerk to you. I'm not trying to beat you up. I'm just being truthful. Interest is proportioned to risk. When someone comes to a buy here, pay here dealer, they are at the top level of risk. And because they're at the top level of risk, there are things that have to be considered. The bigger the risk, the more it costs you. It's the same as regular bank financing. If you had a buddy get a mortgage and he had an 850 credit score, I guarantee you his interest rate is lower than your other friend with a 620 credit score. Buy here, pay here dealers are not running credit. We don't know who you owe. But what we do know is because of a series of events, you are now here talking to us. And that means you have some skeletons in your closet and some credit concerns. Now, I've said all these things to you in a pretty matter-of-fact way, and I probably wasn't as PC as I could have been. But I'm talking to you. It's not the end of the world. This is a bump in the road. Work on your credit. Pay your bills on time. If you have to use a buy here, pay here dealer, that is what we're for. Understand that we know there is risk involved. All we're asking from you is to communicate with us, follow your contract, and make your payment. That's it. We're not out to burn you. We're not out to take advantage of you. We're measuring risk. We're upfront about what the deal is, and then it's up to you to decide if you want the car and you want those finance terms. I will tell you that unfortunately, I've had very, very few people ever ask me what the finance rate was. They don't care about interest. They tell me what's the payment, and that's it. So when I sell a car, I have to trust that the person I've just done business with is going to pay me as they agreed. Okay? Because of that, I'm at a huge risk. Because of that, I have to offset some of my risk with a little higher interest, or in some cases a lot higher, and I have to buy older cars that are less expensive so that I can try to get a lot of my money out on the down payment and not have to wait till the last payment of the contract for me to get any sort of money. So that is why a buy here, pay here dealer costs a little bit more than some of your conventional financing. And it's not just the buy here, pay here dealers that have to charge a little bit more interest. For a short while, I did title loans. And what I found was there's a whole culture of people that do their banking with the title loan company, the pawn shop, and the buy here, pay here car dealer. And those are folks that just unfortunately have some credit problems and can't get conventional financing. So my thought to you is, let me provide you a car. I will offer you to take it somewhere and get it checked out before you buy the car. I'll be very upfront and clear about what the terms are of the financing, and use that car. Use that car to better your life. Get to work. Pay your bills on time. Build up some credit. Get out of my car and get a better car. As things get better, you will feel better. And I'm not here to beat you up. I have been broke before. I have had bad credit before. So I have been on both sides of the buy here, pay here table. The only difference between me and you is that today I'm behind the desk. The only difference between me and all the other buy here, pay here people that are out there is most of them will not tell you how and why this business works the way it does. We are not the demons of industry. We are not out to screw the public. All we really want is you to follow your contract and pay us on time. That's my video. That's how buy here, pay here works. I appreciate you watching it. Give me a like, a subscribe, a thumbs up, a you're a fat bastard and I hate you. I don't care. A comment is a comment and I'll take it. Also, if you are in the Dallas market, I do have cars for sale. I do buy here, pay here. I'm a small lot, so I do not have a ton of inventory, but you can bookmark my website. You can add my playlist and see what inventory is available. I try to update it relatively often, and you can check me out at buxtonauto.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Y'all have yourselves a good day.